At Ypres, in western Flanders, stands the Menin Gate, dedicated in 1928 to the armies of the British Empire who stood here, and to those of their dead who have no known graves. It marks the start of the bitterly contested Menin Road, which for 4 bloody years joined the German and British lines. British armies were brought to exhaustion point to hold this small, doleful salient. 250,000 Britons died. Many were in their teens. They were as young, or nearly so, as these junior guardsmen whose Corps of Drums on its 4th 3,000-mile European tour commemorates at Ypres one battle's anniversary. Ypres in the Great War was totally destroyed, and the point between the gate and this square was known as the most dangerous corner in Europe. The town's rebuilt. Most of those who died in the 3 great battles of Ypres and at nearby Passchendaele would by now have been grandfathers. Some old contemptibles still survive, and after half a century, remember men who were young with them and valiant and alive with hope. The Junior Guardsmen's Company, nearly 400 strong, has a unique distinction. It provides all the drummers for Her Majesty's Brigade of Guards. But here at Purbright in Surrey, it teaches young soldiers other trades as well. It's much like a boarding school, only here the pupils are paid, both in term time and on holiday. As well as drummers, it helps to provide musicians and pipers for the 7 regiments of the Household Brigade: Grenadier, Coldstream, Scots, Irish and Welsh Guards, the Life Guards and the Royal Horse Guards. But there are other sounds. There are other trades for the junior guardsmen, most of whom join straight from secondary modern schools. Some have tried civilian jobs first and then been attracted by the Army's variety of interests. They have probably picked a Guards regiment through family connections or regimental fame. The first haircut's a bit of a shock, but young men like to conform with their friends. Outside, the fashion may be long. Here, everyone else is cropped too. They sign on for 9 years engagement with the regiment of their choice, spending up to 18 months in the company with their regimental platoon. No one is infallible, but all earn as they learn. Paid holidays are 10 weeks long, and a lot of the work is recreation. Riding is part of their schooling as future grooms. Junior Guardsmen can change trades and horses during the course as they learn to surmount obstacles and to keep their heads, even if sometimes they lose their hats. All can use the indoor pool, which they built themselves in an old cookhouse. 300 of them each summer go to camp in the Isle of Wight. Here there are none of Purbright's centrally heated huts. Collecting a tanker, they learn a new meaning of running water. Food's a far cry from pre-war, when there were only a few boys in each adult battalion. Younger and smaller than the Guardsmen, they had a rough time on short commons. Junior tailors, clerks, cooks, grooms, signallers and butchers, as well as pioneers from all 5 regiments of foot guards, cooperate to remove obstacles. Some whiz down a death slide. Others learn how to use an anti-tank gun, a 3.5 rocket launcher. Driving instruction on all army vehicles usually waits till the young guardsman's fully fledged. But in his first year, he can learn how to water ski and realize a dream that many a boy never sees come true. Sports like this fill needs of 15 to 17-year-olds eager for fresh air and speed, exercise and challenge. But they're not just enjoying themselves. They're improving their control, balance and physical fitness. Junior Guardsmen don't specialize exclusively. They built these canoes themselves from kits given by the Nuffield Trust. One of them is learning to be a tailor, another a barber. Glad Eye, owned by the Household Brigade Sailing Association, is lent to the company for their camp. All 300 boys are taught to sail her themselves. Although the company was formed only in 1958, there are now nearly 1,000 former junior guardsmen serving overseas with their battalions. Regimental rivalry is already a strong pull. Scots Guards heave. The target is to become full guardsmen. This display team is a part-time hobby got up by the company as a private venture. The junior musicians play at Osborne House, Queen Victoria's old home. Later, they join their regimental bands. And the other trades show what they can do at the open day back at Purbright Camp. Now the company again looks rather like a school at end of term, as parents, many of them former guardsmen themselves, come down to look at their sons' work, to criticize perhaps some of these newfangled machine guns, and really, of course, secretly to admire. At the end, the passing out parade. These young drummers of the Queen are on their way to their battalions. But before they disperse, they give 21 concerts round Europe in 21 days for the benefit of the Red Cross. And they pay their respects to those other soldiers who stood here and stayed here 50 years and 2 world wars ago. Those steadfast warriors for whom the buglers at the Menin Gate still blow the last post every night.